So, Robin, let's get right into it and tell me, because you were the one that pitched the idea about this video,
Right, right.
the artists,
Yeah.
as we've called it during production.
Mm.
How come you came up with the idea of making kind of a satirical film or sketch or video about an artist?
Well, I'm sure where I first got the idea, but I'm not sure where from I got the inspiration for the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all I know is that like one morning I woke up, I did my morning routine, and I went down to get some breakfast, and suddenly when I was reaching for the can of fish that was can of, I don't know even what to call it, like whatever, like my breakfast. This gonna sound so weird. My can of fish. Yeah, but it just struck me that I wanted to make a satire of people. Uh, it got to be artists, but it's actually just people not being able to back up their words, or not being able to stand for or show that they live by what they say.
Mm-hmm. So it was
Um,
just kind of something you were thinking about spontaneously, and
yeah,
it
like
just
really,
struck you. Or...
yeah, just like a flash, like
Okay. Okay.
super sudden. Um, and the second I got it, or actually, I got it, and I kept on to that idea, and just like an hour later, I'm on my Instagram Explore page, and like through divine intervention, I see this super pretentious video of an artist, which I sent like immediately to Edwin to show him what how the idea could work out.
Yeah, because you sent me a voice message
Oh,
on
right.
Facebook.
I
The
did,
first
yeah.
thing you did. Then you sent me that Instagram video of he was a photographer, right? Like
No, he was a photographer and a
and a
painter,
painter. Yeah.
and a good one at that. But it was just the super pretentious vibe. Then
Oh yeah, he was walking around the forest taking pictures, just just pictures, and he was dropping all these inspirational quotes,
yeah, yeah.
basically, and that was just so spot on. Like, yeah, I did get what you meant, and I wanted to do this video.
Yeah, and it was super funny because the thing is, he's a really good. He is a good painter. I'm not gonna take that away from him. But the thing he says, like, he starts up the video with like, what would I tell young artists or new beginner artists, or whatever. I don't know. He like, he's like, focus on the look.
Oh yeah,
When
yeah.
painting, focus on the look. And I felt, you could like,
Let's pull it up and watch it. It was posted by Art Diambro on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like this.
Advice for young artists. I guess there's a lot of advice I could give. I think the really important things to bear in mind are focus on the work.
Focus on
If
the
you
look.
make good work, you'll probably be a successful artist.
Yeah, with the inspirational music as well.
And he's walking through the forest. He's got his sketchbook with him.
Just think about the work.
Just think about the look. Like, I guess you can take that.
Set yourself
It depends
a
on.
project and
Right.
focus on that. And don't think about.
And this is serious.
Yeah,
the artwork
and he does a great
as
job.
a
Like, it's a beautiful
process
painting.
of a project.
It really is. But it just sounds so ridiculous.
It sounds
or
super pretentious.
you could bring it into context, like focus on the look, like some kind of meditational state. Like, don't let anything else into your mind, I guess.
Right,
But,
yeah. It's
at-
just the way he's presenting it.
Yeah, exactly. Like at first glance or first hearing, it just sounds super pretentious and really stupid. And I'm not sure. I don't want to hate him I don't want to hate on him too much, but like, Yeah, he's a great artist. His intentions were great, but it sounded really dumb. In this context.
It's just his way of expressing all that, and we wanted to kind of catch on to that
Mm.
thing and make that into I don't know, comment on it somehow, I guess. Okay. So where did we go from there? We kind of had that idea going. We had
with the
a nice-
psychedelics and the stuff with
yeah,
the
so
puking on the
that's
canvas
how we
and
started
everything.
out, and we started filming, and we wanted to go to different locations,
Right.
with to get some nature shots, like the
Mm.
guy walking around the forest,
Yeah.
and he also had a nice view of mountains that he drew in his video.
Mm.
So we wanted to do something similar, and so we went to a some kind of quarry
Oh yeah. Right.
outside of Stockholm, and yeah, we just started filming that quarry, and we kind of made up a look for you. Because Robin is our main character in this video, I should say, so that you know. And what that kind of outfit turned out to be a bit of a like Sherlock Holmes looking
Oh yeah.
outfit, or Doctor Who even. Yeah, Doctor Who is what it is. It's not
Mm.
Sherlock Holmes. It's
Oh,
Doctor
I haven't
Who.
even seen those, so or Doctor Who I haven't seen.
Oh, you have? Okay, well, you look like some kind of
Detective
adventurous,
or-
detective
yeah.
or doctor or something. Yeah,
Mm.
you're.
Yeah, with a beard and everything as well.
Oh
so,
yeah, you grew a beard for that as well.
And I borrowed your glasses, and I took your coat as well. Didn't
Oh
I?
yeah, my old coat from Berlin uh, looked silly,
Mm.
looked great. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I
good.
guess that's like I brought a bunch of clothes, like half my wardrobe, just for this shot, and I wanted everything to be like, because we took it was we was gonna do two types or two different environments that day, one in the quarry and one in the forest kind of location, which ended up being at this little lake.
Oh yeah.
So I brought these pretentious with a hat, the pretentious hat and clothing, the whole outfit with the Sherlock Holmes clothing, and also later on the more hipster looking one,
Oh yeah.
which we will also of course get into in some kind of way. But we had a bit so much to choose between.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we put together a few nice outfits actually.
Yeah.
I really like those.
I feel like we nailed like every kind of different
Yeah.
pretentious or
Yeah, and
hipster looking.
it all came out of just being quite spontaneous. We just brought a lot of stuff, and then we put some of them on and saw which fit the occasion and the location.
Oh yeah.
And I really like the one. I guess we'll get to that in a minute, but I just wanted to mention that I really like the blue college jumper with the Russian word on
Oh
it.
right, in the meditation when I on the
Yeah, the running, the
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
the
the running
meditation.
scenes,
Yeah, that's a great outfit. Like a pretentious kind of fitness, mindfulness.
yeah. I
We
can
squeezed
definitely.
it all in there.
It was definitely what I went for in that, especially with the headband.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
having
That
no,
really
like, hair
was the icing
product
of the
or so.
frosting, or the icing of the cake.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I guess we can we'll be showing if we post if you're looking on YouTube, we will have some raw footage running in the background and maybe you might see it.
Yeah. We'll put some pictures and some raw footage. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that was the first scene, the first environment. And then as I mentioned, we went for the more foresty, the forest kind of like environment, but it ended up being because it was early in the spring, right? We didn't find any like super green places.
Right. Yeah. It
the
was
trees
in
hadn't started blossoming.
in March, was it, or
Yeah,
April even?
April, I think, early
Yeah.
April.
Yeah. So there was a bit of green, I guess, but the trees hadn't really blossomed yet. So yeah, that was a bit of we couldn't really get the same kind of grand nature effect as we perhaps would have wanted, but we worked around it, I guess, and Daniel really chose the best bits out of the raw footage as well.
Definitely.
And I really like we did go to that lake after the quarry, and then we kind of started focusing on how the artist was supposed to connect with nature a little bit more, not just getting inspired, but like kind of connecting with nature. So there's this pretentious kind of artsy sequence or angle where you kind of you grab some fence.
Right, yeah.
And you look towards the ocean as if it's some kind of some kind of impossible dream to reach the sea or something. I don't even know how to.
I think we actually went for that. Yeah, I think we went for the interpretation in that way. Like, let's have it like looking
dramatic.
Yeah, with the fence acting like a cell or a wall between me and the grand dreams I have, or whatever. You know, like the pretentious kind of look into the horizon and just fade away with the, you know.
Yeah.
And also with the shots where I'm like standing by. That's a very quick one though. But when I'm stroking the mountain and feeling for the energy or.
Oh something. Yeah. You're kind of trying to draw energy from a rock or something.
Yeah. I think we like the vibe we tried to went for in the second part was more of this melancholic maybe. Like in contrast to the grand.
Oh yeah, the grand epic, adventurous stuff. Yeah.
So we try to catch. I feel like we try to catch like every kind of pretentious movie you can get into.
Yeah, and you even licked the ice coming off the mountain. What did that
was
taste like?
The third. That was on the third or second day of shooting, right?
Are you sure?
Up in Hjorthagen. Yeah, it was by the rail.
Oh yeah, right. I guess we'll get to that then.
Yeah, it's actually we can.
Let's jump right into that. We wanted something industrial.
Oh right, yeah, the urban.
The urban stuff. So we had the nature shots, but we needed some industrial stuff, some urban stuff as well. And so cameraman Daniel suggested we go to Hjorthagen, which is some kind of communication center or
Secret Service Sweden,
some kind of military communication center or base or something. It's that big
I guess a bunker looking
thing on pillars that you can see in the beginning of the video. And the strangest thing happened when we started filming. So it was quite scary even, like
it was weird.
It felt
we didn't even know that it was this big of a deal. Like
we found out later that it was much bigger of a deal than we initially thought. So we found the place and we were like, okay, this is pretty cool. And we set up the canvas, started painting, started flying with the drone, and that's when it all happened.
All right. Thumbnail.
So Daniel flew the drone inside the bunker.
Yeah, between the pillars.
Between the pillars, like kind of over the fence, because there was a fence, as you can see. And the drone works in a way that it transmits video to the mobile phone that is connected and also controls the drone. So we can see what the drone can see, and all of a sudden, in the middle of this enclosed area that is inaccessible to us from outside, the transmission starts breaking up.
Yeah.
And the drone gets kind of hard to control because the transmission is jammed, basically, and that was quite scary. So but Daniel managed to steer the drone back to the outside. We'll find that in editing, some quite unexpected clips make it into the final product.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah. Sometimes it's just like in between stuff, like when you just stop to think for a second what you're gonna do next. Like that is the facial expression that later gets edited in the final product. So I think that's kind of funny. But one really underrated clip, I think, is when you all of a sudden start trying different poses or angles when you're painting, because you started painting a self-portrait that looked like Jesus.
I did. It turned out to be Jesus.
Yeah, it looked really it looked kind of scary even.
Yeah,
it wasn't too bad, to be honest. Demonic, yeah, that's what it was.
With the red eyes and everything.
Yeah.
Went for the Sharingan, Naruto.
Oh yeah. So and then you kind of started going crazy with different angles, like whipping your brush back and forth, really dramatic. And then you even like kind of stood to the side, like
looking super pretentious.
Super pretentious from a different,
concentrated to get the perfect brush.
Like kind of doing some kind of advanced brush move. I guess you could say, yeah. That really cracked me up.
The main thing was that I just put on these like training. Exercise clothes. Yeah. And then we just spawned some ideas. Had me sit down meditating, as you mentioned. And
what does the Russian word on your shirt mean?
Girls. Yeah, and I have them. It's on the matching sweatpants as well. It says girls as well.
Okay, yeah.
It's really good. It's a nice shirt.
Is that some kind of feminist thing you've got going on?
I'm not sure. Actually.
Or
I just
the other way around, maybe?
I just bought it off of H&M where I work. So and I had no clue that it said so until I used one of those Google apps where you can just mark an area. You take a photo and you mark the area on the screen afterwards where the text you want to translate is. And
I didn't know they had that, but okay, cool.
Yeah.
Girls. All right. Yeah, and that's just kind of adds into the whole pretentious thing about, because we had to make him the artist. We had to make him a feminist or something like that. So that's the whole the part about him being inspired by his mom.
Right. Yeah.
For example.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean. Yeah, it's nothing political or anything. It's just funny that he also has, of course, to be a feminist.
Yeah, we just try to have him like fit the profile to the extent that it's possible for us.
So yeah.
Suddenly, my cat Eriksson shows up out of nowhere, and
You took the opportunity.
Yeah, I took the opportunity
to connect with nature some more.
Exactly, it's perfect. It's actually that it felt like it all fit the narrative.
Yeah, and you did a really good job of making a very good pretentious face. Again with the face.
The face action.
and
in the behind the scenes you can actually see me like.
That's the raw footage, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can see me like.
The whole sequence where you follow the cat around. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. I tell Edwin and Daniel like, wait. I gotta be the cat, and I started like cats chew on the grass sometimes for their stomachs and everything, and so I did that and scratched my head against the just connecting with animals as the narrative. Yeah, it's such a everything with the
expression.
Yeah, expression and just coming up with everything on the spot.
Yeah,
it's just so
improvisation.
much fun, and also. For everybody who don't know, the cat climbed up the tree.
Oh yeah, we had some
himself.
questions about that
Yeah.
after showing the video to some people, like feeling sorry for the cat, feeling sorry for the cat, because they thought we kind of forced the cat to do some things,
Cat stunts.
some cat stuff, cat stunts, yeah, putting it up in the tree or stuff like that. But as a matter of fact, you were just following it around.
Yeah. And after that, we hurried in and lit the
Oh yeah, got a fire going.
the fire.
That was. Could that be our hottest shoot
It was
yet?
crazy hot. Yeah. And I was burning.
We had candles burning in the living room, and we also we tried to open the windows, but didn't really work.
No.
Yeah, and
I think
we had
didn't we
quite
like
a-
have them all the blinds folded?
Oh yeah,
or
because we
shut,
didn't
I
want
guess
to
you could
get
To-
natural light.
Exactly, just like the focused red light from the fire and
Yeah,
everything.
some contrast and.
And we were burning alive.
Yeah,
It was
like sauna hot.
I was
and you
sitting
were wrapped up in this
this
blanket, this fussy blanket.
I think I actually like took off my clothes, not for the look of being, I guess, like looking all natural and everything, but more because it was so goddamn hot in there.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, and then that turned out to be the perfect look,
Yeah.
perfect pretentious, wannabe sophisticated look.
Mm.
And it worked really well, especially where you drop the blanket
Right.
and leave
The booty shot.
the booty shot, yeah.
And also it was so much fun doing because we wanted the artist to sit down and write, and putting his thoughts into paper and everything, and we sat and had so much fun like acting out some kind of narrative.
We
for
had
the
to
whole
make
thing.
up some kind of diary for him.
Yeah, you tell them about the whole Claudette thing. And
Oh yeah, the Claudette thing. So we kind of started spoofing off about like what does this sophisticated, pretentious man write in front of the fire, looking all gloomy and melancholy. And so I came up with the Claudette.
Le Claudette.
Le Claudette story. And how did it go? Like something
My
about
dear Claudette.
my dearest Claudette. It has been a long time. And then we had your mom write all of that. We came up. We dictated this little story, and she wrote it down because she's got nice handwriting.
Yeah,
and
crazy nice handwriting, and it just fit the profile perfectly.
Yeah, and you can see that as well in the video where it kind of flashes by. The the diary. Yeah.
We really
so
took
we
our
had-
time for that, like for this.
Oh, yeah,
in
it's-
hindsight,
it's-
useless.
It's in the video for less than half a second, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. It's not even in focus. I don't think. But yeah, it looked really nice. And then what happened after that? That's when
Then
we went to do the final shoot, right?
Yeah, in Solna. That's when we were gonna do I guess the real urban exploration. We wanted to find this,
Yes.
abandoned factory-like setting.
So we were kind of we didn't get what we were looking for at the beginning with the whole military communication center. I mean, that was nice and all, but it wasn't the kind of industrial, urban, abandoned kind of stuff that we were after from the beginning. So we went looking for something like that. We did find an
Super
abandoned
nice.
house or factory or something.
Factory, yeah.
But it was
Super restricted and cut off.
Yeah, they even had fences going out into the water.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like you really
3D.
couldn't get in there, which was really too bad because that place looked really nice. And then we found some kind of this little
It was
shack.
Daniel. Yeah, it was Daniel that had been out like just the day
Oh
the
no,
week
but before that, we found the little shack
right,
next
by
to the school.
Yeah.
And we wanted to shoot there, but there were people still in the school in the evening, so we didn't want to, because we had flares with us. That was the thing. We had flares that we wanted to pop for the big reveal of
smoke grenades.
Yeah, smoke grenades, not flares. Yeah, it's smoke grenades. And we wanted to make that big reveal of the painting in the end, in that area or that kind of environment. So, but we didn't have we didn't know if people were gonna approve or call security on us. So we didn't want to risk wasting our smoke grenades if that was gonna be the case. So we went looking again, and then, as you said, Daniel had been on a rollerblade ride the day before or something, or the weekend before, and so we went to this other shack in some kind of half industrial area.
It was this I guess you could say like it was this
a temporary storage unit shack
for the graveyard. Like it was
right,
like a big like storage area, just
for
gravel
cranes
and everything, like
tractors and stuff that they stored bags of whatever. Well, yeah, and so we took that. There were no people around, so we thought that was going to be a great location, and that was what turned out to be our big reveal place. Looked quite nice. So it kind of looked like a bit of like the place. It kind of looks like the place where the artist or the character like usually hangs out and paints. I guess his base. I think, in a way.
You mean like some kind of studio?
Yeah,
acting?
something like that. Yeah, like his kind of main studio. I mean, it's not really a studio, but yeah, his studio.
I can see what you're. Yeah, I definitely see what you're.
His base studio,
about.
a place. So that was nice. We popped the grenades, or we tried one. That's the purple one, and
I think it looks blue in the movie, right? Because of the filters.
Oh, does it?
Blue,
Sure?
blue purplish, I guess.
Well, we did have blue ones as well, and we did have one in the forest that was blue.
Yeah, that was the blue. Oh,
but
the purple one was the
one.
first one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right outside the shack thing. And then we popped the blue grenade in the woods, and that looked really cool when the smoke had half settled. Because it kind of gave some kind of blue tone to the whole area. Yeah. And
so I was running around that like a maniac.
Yeah. I mean, like, even after the smoke had settled, there was still some blue in the air, and that was quite a cool effect. Anyway, and then it was time for the big reveal, and that turned out really nice. And then after that, it was time to get the voice acting.
Oh my god.
Going.
Jesus Christ. Like the voice acting, we wrote some notes before this, and voice acting is living hell.
That's what you got down in your notes. Voice acting is living hell.
Jesus Christ.
I really like voice acting, if I'm honest. But
you're
you
really
don't
good
like
at it. You're really, really good at it.
I mean, I'm a
just take the damn compliment.
I don't like to hear my own voice as much as the next person, but yeah, I guess this was your first time sort of working with audio, or like recording audio.
Yeah.
Right. So there were some baby steps to be taken.
Yeah.
But you did a really good job in the end. With some coaching, you really nailed the feeling as well, that or the expression that we were after. So you had some problems with specific words.
Oh yeah, pronunciation.
Yeah, pronunciation.
I feel like I have a slight stutter sometimes. Oh
Well, I mean,
yeah.
it is a weird situation though. Voice
Mm.
acting or recording the same phrase completely out of context, even.
All right.
Because I think that was your biggest problem, not not having a sense or having a kind of disconnected sense of the context. So
Yeah, I can see.
when we started kind of putting it back into context,
Mm.
I guess that was my kind of idea of how I don't know what you should be trying, and that kind of worked out. Where
Like the things that helped the most that you I guess coached me in was like, okay, put away the phone. Like the notes, they ruin everything.
oh yeah.
It
Because when you were
sounded
reading
so
off the script, yeah, that kind of made it
super
seem-
monotonic.
yeah, it didn't seem authentic. So
Mm.
or it didn't seem spontaneous and in the moment enough.
Mm.
So when
It's
you
not
put
natural, right?
yeah, so the first as soon as you put away the notes, you just started sounding really authentic again,
Mm.
and that was
Yeah, and then this second thing I remember is you making having me like envision that I was actually speaking to
to
a big
someone.
group of people or
Mm.
something.
Yeah.
And I think that is the one of the biggest issues I had, the not having someone to speak to, or I guess lacking the context of
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
I think that's the same thing in a way, and also pronunciation sometimes, or all the time actually. Like there were some words and some sentences that was
You were really stuck on some specific
yeah,
phrases.
it felt like those, those tongue riddles. I don't know, not sure what you call them. The
Tongue twisters.
tongue twisters. Yeah, it was for me. It was this huge tongue twisters all the time, and I
Yeah.
can feel it still now. Just thinking back to it, I feel like I'm starting to lisp again, and
Yeah.
oh, it's all coming back to me, man.
PTSD from voice
Yeah.
acting.
Hit me hard. Yeah, I was really frustrated, and we were standing. It was in Edwin's
Closet.
closet.
It was
yeah.
in my closet, yeah, and it got really warm as well.
Super, it's super tiny and super hot.
Yeah.
Cramped, standing there,
And damp. Yeah.
getting dry mouth out of all this retakes, and I was, of course, I was feeling embarrassed because I was so bad at it. I was really like disappointed with myself. Like, you can do, come on, how hard can this be? Like, and I just kept failing and failing and failing, and I was suffering. I was in emotional pain, not because of me standing there, but having Edwin sit through it all as well. Like, okay, let's do this one more time.
Oh yeah.
Now
yeah.
put the
There were a lot of
Mm.
one last takes.
yeah, definitely, and this super hot and cramped area.
Yeah, but yeah, it is really hard to try and say something and make it sound like the first time
Mm.
when you've said it 10 times already.
Really,
And you're
really.
reading it from a script. So, I mean, I feel you, bro. I really
Yeah.
do.
I appreciate that.
And then we realized that we didn't have enough material, as in we didn't have enough lines to drop in there. We didn't really fill out enough space or
Or
time.
rather, like we didn't follow a narrative in any way. Like we just
That's
as
right,
we
yeah. Oh,
stood
yeah,
there and
that's
did
what
the
it was.
inspirational
Mm.
quotes. Like
Yeah,
it was just a bunch of quotes.
Yeah, and
It
there was no context.
exactly. And
So, we
we
need to kind of, or we had to kind of make
sense of it all, I guess.
yeah, to make a thread to follow.
And so we took a break. That was when it kind of like struck us. Like, wait, how are we even gonna put this in the video? And
Yeah, and
So
then
kind
we took all these quotes that we had already recorded, and then we or assembled, because we just took a bunch of quotes, off the internet and came up with some ourselves even, and we just threw them in there and started recording, and that was a bit hasty. That was a mistake. So then we made a structured script, and when we did that, it sounded a lot more natural. Yeah.
But we also had to redo like most of them, right?
I think actually
on the second session, you know, at our friend
Yeah.
Oliver's place.
we had an editing session where we got together, all of us, and we used his closet to record the rest. So yeah, that's what it was. We recorded the continuous script,
Right.
and then I threw in some of the old clips as well.
Okay.
In places where where they fit. So the whole thing was just lacking a lot of in between words, like so, and like the connecting words between the different quotes. So I mean, I don't know if this is something that people realize straight off, the first time watching, that it's really just a bunch of quotes. I mean, it is quite obvious, but as we've made it into a continuous talk or something, speech, that kind of makes it sound more natural. But it is essentially just a bunch of quotes aligned in order, in a suiting manner, so that it sounds natural.
And
it has
in
a natural
context
flow
and everything. And then also, so when we had all of those quotes ready, then it was just for Daniel, our filmer and producer, to just assemble it all, and he did such a great job with that.
Yeah.
It was also these like lucky moments with the birds, you know,
yeah.
drawing energy from nature.
And he hadn't even heard the quotes or read the quotes that we were going to use yet, and we recorded them, and then just I edited it together. I put it all together and just dumped it into his editing, and it was there was a lucky coincidence where when Robin says, "I draw energy from nature," and that's when the birds that he filmed came on, and that was, I mean, okay, when I try and and tell it like this, it doesn't sound at all interesting, but in the heat of the moment, we were like, "Whoa, that's amazing!" Funny coincidence. Yeah. Anyway.
And then, so everything's done, and we just started showing our closest ones and friends.
Yeah.
And
what kind of reactions and response did you get?
Yeah, it was so different. Like, some recognized the satirical.
Mm-hmm. They kind of got what
narrative,
the message we wanted.
Exactly, and they did so in a great way. Like, oh, this is a satire and it's at its best and stuff like that. And some people got really like inspired actually by the quotes, and they saw the ending as a like, you have to start somewhere. Like, all the quotes was leading up to, okay, this is my journey and my journey as an artist, and it's going to start right here, like with this super ugly painting, and I'm just gonna get better from here on. Which is great, I guess, but it's really, I was not expecting that at all. Like, seeing so many, at least, or saying that stuff, you know. And then a third one, which I mentioned to you like just yesterday or something.
Yeah.
Actually, one was like, she saw the narrative as like, you're not gonna get anywhere. Well, I guess it fits into the second one, where you have to start somewhere, and I'm gonna start right here. But in her context, it's like this: people are afraid of doing stuff because they're not good at it. Like, oh, I wish I could paint, but if because you're not good at painting, you won't start painting,
Right.
and they miss the whole point of let's just be a beginner
Yeah.
to start with and have
Just
fun.
start.
Yeah, and she helps people with their back aches and everything.
She's a chiropractor.
She's a therapist.
Or,
yeah,
a
she's a
naturopath.
therapist. A naturopath and massage therapist, and just helps people get back on track, you know. And for her, it was like, yeah, all my clients should see this, just to be aware that you have to do something to start with. Like, you're not gonna get better if you don't ever try to, like, which again falls back into the second one. But I guess
That's just really bizarre, I think, because we
Mm.
just set out to make a funny, satirical kind of like, look at this, isn't that stupid?
Yeah,
kind of
definitely.
video. So, for us to get reactions from people that were actually inspired or
saw some kind of great purpose in
yes,
it.
that they actually took something from that is genuinely like inspiring or positive. That is just way more than we set out for. But yeah, we just wanted the laughs, man.
We did.
But yeah, I'll take it. I guess that's a nice way to wrap up this episode. This first episode of the Culture Vulture Social Club.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. And,
Thank you so very much. It was great. It was really fun, actually.
Yeah, and I'll be back. You'll be back. We'll be back when we'll be back. If you want to hear more about or from us, you can subscribe to wherever platform you're listening to us on. And yeah, thank you for listening. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Vulture, vulture.